Hello, welcome back. Gomar channel. I will tell you an action crime film titled Shrapnel of the Person 2023. The movie starts with Sean Beckwith, a father who is very disturbed because his daughter has been missing for 3 days. He is currently in Mexico and looking somewhere full of abandoned old cars. After receiving a lead, his son's car was there. After several hours of searching, he found his son's car, which is still in good condition, but no one found any clue, except for his friend's glasses. Sean informed the police about the found vehicle, but when he returned, the car was no longer there. A policeman named Hector Montoya has doubted Sean's account and suspected that he might just be lying. Hector warns Sean to leave the area because he intervened without saying goodbye, and it could cause him trouble. Sean lives on a farm near the Texas border. When he got home, very angry with him, his older daughter, and he blames her for not protecting the family. His wife tried to calm him down. It's Susan. However, he remained anxious about the loss of their son. He confessed to Susan about his doubts about the police, and he plans to report it to the consulate immediately. The next day, before going to the consulate, Max visited him, an old friend when he was still in the military. It is revealed during their conversation that Sean is an colonel from the Special Forces unit, and he is known for execute heavy missions, massacre and desecration of criminals. Offered by Max his help in finding Sean's son and showed genuine concern for his family. Despite appreciating Max's concern, Sean, knowing Max's cruel methods, he preferred not to be involved in the search. Because of his ruthless reputation, Sean refused Max's help and chose to face it alone. Upon reaching the consulate with Sean, the father of her daughter's friend, and declared that he is not lost alone, his daughter, because he was with another friend. Sean detailed the events and expressed his doubts about the 2 Mexican policemen involved in the case. As a consul from his country, Sean knows a lot about what is currently happening, especially in a gang or criminal organization managed by a former mercenario named Vic Garza. Victor, the most notorious and most respected gang leader in Mexico. The consul that worries so much, it has been suggested that Victor's men may have abducted Sean's son. To face a stressful situation, recommended by the consul, Sean has to accept the truth and turn away. That is the case if he wants a peaceful life. Described by the consul, the many heinous crimes related to Victor, like killing a righteous police chief, loss of 400 Mexican citizens, and other crimes. This case made headlines in the news. When the son of the former colonel disappeared near the border, Sean and his wife is suddenly in the media spotlight, and they are currently being interviewed. While his wife was crying, Sean showed unwavering determination and promised to save him as soon as possible, in any way. As Sean ventures in a dangerous organization, the Victor is secretly watching the news. He realized one of the women in his custody is the son of a former colonel. Because of concerned about the impact this would have on his operation, Victor acted quickly. He arrested 2 policemen in connection with the kidnapping of Sean's son, and they are ready to pay for their mistake. That put his business at risk. It turns out that Hector Montoya and his partner, that Sean faced earlier, the perpetrators of wrongful kidnapping, Victor scolded them for bringing the wrong woman, and informed of the heavy punishment for this mistake. Without a doubt, his men killed one of the officers. Yet he let Hector live, and he was ordered to arrest Sean and then take him to Victor. Apart from dealing with the police, Victor took more drastic measures to protect his interest. He ordered his brother Carlos to send their cruelest mercenaries in Texas to do a terrifying mission: consume Sean's entire family. After taking Hector Victor and Carlos talked that they had to dispatch Sean and his family, and they should make it public. Victor wanted to report this merciless act to the media so that they can instill fear and respect in everyone when they hear the name Vic Garza. While Carlos and his troops is on his way to Texas, Sean on his farm, ignoring the looming danger. Armed with a rifle, he is busy repelling pests from his farm and did not know that Victor's men were approaching. When a convoy noticed that was fast towards him, Sean rushed inside the house and ordered his mother to immediately hide upstairs. The situation worsened of Carlos and his men. Bullets started raining down on the whole house. The sound of gunshots reached out to a neighbor. The local sheriff was quickly alerted. Despite his combat skills, Sean couldn't handle their sheer numbers. While Carlos and his staff, he forced his way into his home to fight it. Sean broke plates and glasses on the floor to create a noise-based alarm system to deal with intruders. When Carlos ordered his men to cut apart, they fell into Sean's trap, who allowed his knock out enemies in separate rooms. Despite this mistake, apparently Carlos still preferred the more dangerous step that suited Sean's side. Upstairs, Sean told his wife and son to escape through the window. Meanwhile, Carlos first sent Hector up the stairs. That gave Sean a chance to catch him. Eventually, Sean did it to get his family out of the house at the same time as the sheriff arrived. The sheriff was surprised seeing the headless body in one of the cars, and it didn't take long. Carlos's men had a shootout to come out of Sean's house. Using this chaos, Sean hurriedly moved his family away. In the scene, in a desperate move, he quickly drove away and witnessed the tragic death of the sheriff. That pushed Carlos to tighten his pursuit. Although Sean has escaped the immediate threat, he still couldn't help but be worried because Carlos and his team, they are constantly being pursued. In a daring move, Sean stopped his car and opened fire. The mercenaries of Carlos. The surprise, this attack, Carlos's men panicked. In the end, Carlos is the only one left alive, and repentant. He didn't bring more backup. Despite the injuries sustained and being disadvantaged, Carlos remained stubborn and refused to say where the daughter of Sean. However, he also lost his toughness. Sean shot him in both legs and arms. After obtaining the important information, Sean ended the life of Victor's brother. Now that his son is about to be married, Sean hesitated to include his family in a dangerous situation. To ensure their safety, he moved them to a safe place and asked for more help. He got involved with his old friend Max and accepted his previous offer of help. Max, excited about the action, will come quickly, carrying special equipment in his car. Meanwhile, Victor is restless because he can no longer contact his brother. Sensing imminent danger, they have prepared for what will be done, attack by Nation and Max. When they were close to Victor's hideout, the surroundings are full of tension due to the impending heavy clash. After going inside, they effectively knock down every guard, much to the dismay of the Mexican cartel, boss Victor. The former dominates strength. It seems weak now. Of the Ray, Max and Sean showed no mercy. At a 1-0-1 of killing his men. In the end, they caught Victor, possessed unwavering determination. Nation and Max reach the place where Sean's son was held captive, and they are ready for the final confrontation. In the end, the weak guards in the location was easily defeated by Nation and Max. After finding his daughter, and also his friend, Sean, having achieved his goal, the remaining tasks are given to Max, already known for his brutal interrogation technique. Now that Vic Garza is in a critical situation, he had to admit immediately, before Max ends his life. The next morning, Max carried Victor's head and planned to display it on the side of the road as a dire warning Sean, to have suffered a harrowing experience, finally have already felt comfortable, to be reunited with his family. In the joy of the moment, he chose to shave his mustache and beard. From the shadow of danger, and this is where the movie ends. Please press the like button if you liked the movie, and otherwise,